Hello and welcome back to the channel and another episode of Astral Ascension. The last episode was a really hectic one. So we actually found a breakthrough within the investigation. Turns out both Helen and Zeke are actually suspicious themselves. But the truth behind our dismissal was actually Zeke's fault. Helen was just also got caught at the wrong time. But I don't think she was directly involved in our dismissal, but she's not innocent herself. So basically both of them have financial motives for their own crimes, but we decided to let them off the hook, give them a new provided they don't do what they did again. So yeah, Helen steals from the evidence because she wants to pay off her son's accident. I mean, she wants to pay off the owner of a car that her son accidentally damaged, and any record on her son would expel him. So she tried to make ends meet by stealing from evidence, but somehow she keeps stealing until we busted her, or I think after we got dismissed. I'm not sure when she stopped, but I'm thinking it was at least after we got dismissed, but I'm not sure whether she kept doing that during our even after our dismissal. But one thing's for sure, she vowed never to steal again. Zeke, on the other hand, he wanted to start a business. So he and another guy, Marcus, which is the suspicious guy who was mentioned before, initially planned to make a rookie take the fall. And we are just unfortunately the one. But as time went on, we formed a bond with him, and he kind of regretted his actions. So in the end, we also kind of forgave him. So right now, we have no idea where the story will take us. It could be almost the end, but yeah, the whole main plot of the story is to figure out our dismissal, and also maybe find a way to pay off our sister's hospital bill debt, kinda. But I think once the hospital debt is settled, I think it's safe to say that we can end the story. But I think the two main plot points is basically figuring out the truth behind our dismissal, plus finding a way to pay off our sister's hospital bills and debts racked up from that. And maybe a tertiary plot is basically see through each of the girls' route. In this case would be Luna. So yeah, for now we have no idea what's in store for us. So yeah, this is where we left off. After my nap, I wake up ready to get back to business. Even though I had a shorter rest, I don't feel tired. Maybe it's the residual adrenaline. We're not completely free and clear just yet. Oh, I get changed and then I exit my room to relieve Kai. I head down the hallway and hop onto the bridge. To my surprise, my crew is already gathered there. Kai grins at me from the controls as I sit down in my chair. Bella and Luna both got a message from a food app. Yeah, I don't know why it made that sound. Bella and Luna both wave, although Iris is the first to greet me.
Did you rest well?
Yeah, thanks. What are you all doing? I can't seem to speak in a tone that I want to. What are you all doing here?
We all want to know what happens next.
Yeah, me as well. What do you mean?
You know, after we land in Polaris.
And once everything is fully resolved.
What is your next step?
I pause, thinking. Well, my name is still blacklisted, so there's no chance of going back. Not that I want to anyway. That chapter is close and done. So yeah, maybe we'll try in the next run we'll probably try and convince Zeke to turn himself in so we can somehow have some options and see whether that would take us. So if it's all the same to you guys, I'd like to stick around a while longer. Vela can't hide the hope in her eyes. I see the same twinkle among the rest of my team too.
Really?
My life is so much better now. I have a job that pays even higher and Celeste is doing better than ever. And most of all, I look each of them in the eye. I have all of you. What more could a guy want?
Aww.
Well said.
Wait, is this the end of the story? I could have just ended in the last episode. Luna grins.
Ditto.
The feeling is mutual. Okay, this calls for a group hug.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, I'm guessing the end. The story ends once we figure out who was the culprit. With their powers combined, Vela and Kai trap all of us in a group hug. Luna eagerly joins in, whereas Iris allows herself to be swept into the group. Eventually, we go free. I take a look at my crew, laughing and smiling around me, and I have never felt more certain than here, with all of my friends. Is where I belong. I don't know what the future may hold, but for now, it has never looked brighter. So that's the end. That's the crew and I have been pretty busy too. I'm pretty sure this is the end. I could have just ended in the last episode and we can just straight up start the new route in this episode. Well, not that it matters. Yeah, my planning is basically kind of a fail, to be honest. But anyway, we'll just continue on. The crew and I have been pretty busy too. Iris has kept missions lined up for us, so money is flowing in, and the team is in a nice groove. Thanks to our successful track record, I've been able to spend even more time with Luna. Our connection has only deepened in the last few weeks, but she still finds ways to surprise me with her hidden talents. Just the other day, I discovered that she is a master locksmith. There's never a dull moment when we're together. I couldn't ask for a better group of people to spend all my time with. Celeste has been also doing well. Her treatment has been going as scheduled, and the results are consistently positive. Most importantly, she's enjoying her program at the conservatory. To accommodate her treatment, To accommodate her treatment, the school worked out the schedule so Celeste only visits the campus one day a week. We still connect as much as possible, which is not as often as I hope. Between her treatments, classes, and my missions, finding an overlapping time is difficult. When we do connect though, I can see just how much healthier and happier she is, which makes me glad. Zeke recently reached out asking to meet up, so I agreed to meet him at our usual spot in the harbor. The sea breeze is nice, and it's early enough that the docks are still quiet. My continued communication with Zeke is something that Helen could not understand. I can tell she felt betrayed by my decision to keep my relationship with him after he implicated her, but I think everyone deserves a second chance. I gave her a second chance, and I gave him one too. So yeah, this run is basically giving both of them a second chance. I wonder if I gave one a second chance and not with the other. I'm not sure how the text would turn out. maybe potential fourth run. Oh wait, third run. Second run I will basically let them turn themselves in, and then the fourth one will do one on and one off. Basically, I'll give one of them a second chance. I'll turn the other one in. But I have to make 2 more runs, because yeah, I have to make 1 run where I give Helen a second chance while turn Zeke in, whereas I will also make the second would be turning Helen in and letting Zeke go. I'm not sure how those 2 texts would turn out. At the very least, they are both keeping quiet about the other's discretion. But our bond is not what it once was. Helen especially has withdrawn from our little group. I see Zeke come into view holding 2 coffees. He hands me one before sitting down beside me. Hey, long time no see. You look good.
Thanks. It's good to see you too. How have you been?
No complaints. I sip my coffee. So, you wanted to meet up and tell me some big news? He nods.
I don't even know where to start. Do you remember the outreach program for self-defense that I mentioned?
I nod.
I finally set up those self-defense community programs on the outer Polaris planets.
Congrats! How is all that going?
It's been really rewarding, and the program is going well. I was the only instructor up until 2 weeks ago, when some of the other places heard about the program. Apparently, someone shared it online, and now more people want it in their neighborhoods.
As Zeke talks, he becomes more excited and animated. This program is obviously important to him. This is great, Zeke. People must feel so much safer with your knowledge passed around.
That is my hope.
He grins. Honestly, I'm really glad to hear that your project is a success and has made such a positive impact. I'm pretty sure if we turn Zeke in while letting Helen go, we will have a conversation with Helen. But that's what we will figure out in the next run.
Thanks, man. That means a lot coming from you. I owe you everything. I hope I can make it up to you.
You've already made it up to me by finding the right path and choosing to walk it. He clasps my shoulder, too grateful for words. I nod and we both drink some more coffee. We continue to talk about the specifics of the program before we decide to head back. After heading out to the street, we say our goodbyes. I hail a cab to take me back to the docks, and then I climb aboard the ship. Now that everything's coming together, I have time to relax. So I head towards the lounge. And as I'm passing through the hall, I run into Iris. Hey Iris.
Hi. Everything good?
I nod. You? She nods.
We still have a break for a couple more days, so enjoy the time off while we have it.
I'll keep that in mind. She smiles.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to take care of some ship upgrades.
Of course. Please don't let me keep you. She nods and heads out. As I make my way across the ship, I pass by the lounge and see Kai on the couch watching TV. He waves at me, so I stop by to say hello. However, I'm immediately distracted by what's playing on the screen. There is a room full of people and a woman who's turned away from the male lead. She clutches her necklace, holding back tears.
That man isn't just my lover. He's also your long-lost son, Ronaldo!
Ronaldo!
Say what? Dramatic music flares in the background as the camera closes up. As the camera close-ups on. Wait, what? As the camera close-ups on each character's overly shocked face. Default the second option. I join an exaggerated gasp. Not Ronaldo!
Yes, Ronaldo! Who could have ever guessed that the secret son who was accidentally switched at birth would suddenly come back to find his real father?
Okay, I have no idea what that show is a reference for. Not me. Kai pats the spot beside him.
We've got to find out what happens next.
I nod and eagerly sit down. Somehow I'm already invested in this show. Kai fills me in on all of the plot points I've missed, and they are plenty. I need a whiteboard to keep track on who's related to whom and who's dead but not actually dead, and all the other surprising twists. I have to admit though that once you figure out who everyone is, the show is not so bad. A commercial cuts in, giving us a breather from all of the Ronaldo drama.
Looking to ignite the passion in your relationship? Or maybe you just need a romantic getaway with your special someone. Well, look no further, because tranquility awaits you.
The camera pans to shots of a beautiful beach with the clearest water I've ever seen, and then to a colorful garden before fading with a couple relaxing in a private pool. It looks like paradise. That place looks really nice.
For sure. It's actually on Valtoria, which is like known for their popular vacation spots.
Oh yeah, don't they have those fancy luxury resorts? Kai nods.
That's the one. They always have some sweet package deals.
He lists off his fingers.
You can book a couple spa, romantic room service breakfast, or champagne for two. And there are also sports or activities for group holidays and families.
You seem to know quite a bit about Valtoria and all its offerings.
I suppose it's inevitable that I'd remember everything. After all the research I put into planning my vacation with...
Huh? He hesitates and his voice gets soft.
Evelina.
Based on his change in demeanor, I get the feeling this isn't the first time he's thought of Evelina after their last encounter. How are things on that front? Kai remains quiet. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up.
No, it's okay. She hasn't reached out since our last conversation.
That's what you wanted though, right?
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Are you having second thoughts? He pauses and uncertainty flutters over his face. For once, Kai is at a loss for words. His mouth opens but nothing comes out, as if the words are stuck. Finally, he sighs.
I don't know.
What do you mean? He leans forward and rests his elbows on his knees.
The last time I saw her, she was poking holes in all of my reasons for why we couldn't be together. She was so persistent, and I was running out of excuses. I had no choice, so I told her something I knew would make her give up.
I nod. You told her how you really felt, that you care for her like a sibling. Kai sighs again before looking at me.
The thing is, I wasn't actually being honest with her, or myself.
I knew Kai was masking his true feelings, and I'm glad that he's finally admitting to it. I can see that. The way you talked about your time together and how you brought out the best in each other, it didn't sound like how you describe family. He smiles wryly.
It was that obvious to you, huh?
I nod. So, what's the real reason you didn't want to be with her? Is it just the fact that she's a cartel member, like a daughter from a cartel lord? He carefully considers his words.
I still believe she can do better than me. But at the end of the day, it's her decision who she wants to be with. And she clearly didn't see that as a problem.
Right.
The real reason I tried so hard to push her away is because I didn't want to put her in a position where she had to choose between me or her family.
I blink in surprise. Why would she have to choose?
She's the only child of the Dread Raven's leader. The reality is that if we got together, I'd be taking over the business with her. I've seen what a cartel head on Sirdros has to do.
He shakes his head.
I can't in good consciousness do those sorts of things, man. You have to be completely ruthless.
And if you didn't take over the Dread Ravens, then she'd be forced to pick between you or her family. He nods.
I couldn't tell her the truth and put her in this impossible situation. But my heart couldn't bear rejecting her either. So I chose to disappear instead, and avoid either outcome. And now we're here.
Oh boy. Kai has really found himself between a rock and a hard place.
Can you understand why I did what I did?
Of course. You were stuck with two unfavorable options, so you choose a third instead. He nods, his expression sobering.
But I fear I only delayed the inevitable, because I find myself feeling stuck again.
It's not all bad though. Kai looks up, glancing at me.
What do you mean?
Well, we have three options here. I'm not sure how this will turn out, but I'm thinking like in the future run, I might just like... I think in the main routes, I want to keep like pushing for certain endings. Like, I want to see all the possible options. So yeah, this might take more than just 3 runs. For now, let's pick our usual, the default, second option. But for now, I want to look up something. Before we pick that option. Why? Let me see. Hold on. I'm not sure because I'm looking up that one specific key term. Okay, so yeah, I've just looked up that certain keyword that the dev mentioned, so I'm just gonna open that message as a mental note. So yeah, I can be certain that I can get the true ending for all of the other two routes. I'm not sure whether if I got the true ending in this one, but I'm hopefully that I do. But yeah, let's continue by picking the second option. Taking over the Dread Raven so you can be with Evelina doesn't have to be the nightmare you think it is. Kai raises a skeptical brow.
I don't see how.
You know firsthand what it feels like to be under Dread Raven's protection. You experienced it from the outside when you grew up on the streets of Sidros, and now you've seen it from the inside when you eventually joined them. You have the benefit of seeing the cartel from different perspectives. If you also have the resources and power to lead one of the most powerful cartels in Sidros, you can effect change and make it a better place for everyone. He ponders my words.
What if she doesn't agree with that vision?
You won't know the answer to that unless you talk to her. You could end up being on the same page, and a true power couple. He smiles.
Fair point. Thanks for all this. When did you become so wise?
I always have been. I grin and Kai chuckles.
For real though, you gave me some important things to think about. Although you could have sugarcoated it a little bit more.
Yeah, a bit of an inconsistency with the text, but I digress. Sorry, but you needed to be hit with the truth bomb. He laughs.
You're not wrong.
Suddenly, a gunshot startles us.
Ronaldo! No!
Oh, that's almost scared the shit out of me. I thought we were under attack. We turned back to the TV just in time to watch Ronaldo clutch his bleeding side. His hand extends, reaching for the mystery person behind the camera, before he chokes and falls to the ground.
Wait, what just happened?
Rewind, rewind! Kai fumbles for the remote and turns the scene back, and we get reinvested in the show. In a miraculous recovery, Ronaldo survives. Of course, we don't find that out until 2 episodes later. As much as I want to continue watching, I feel my eyes begin to close. I don't want to fall asleep on the couch, so I say my goodbyes to Kai and head back to my room. Once I slip into bed, I fall fast asleep. So I'm guessing we'll also have... I wake up and immediately check the time. I'm meeting Luna, and I don't want to be late. Thankfully, I'm still on schedule, so I hop out of bed and make sure I look extra good today. So I'm guessing this will be a last... I'm feeling that investigation would be the really last plot point, so there's no reason for them to continue the story. Unless they somehow found some plots, because I think up to this point, it's like we are tying up all the loose ends. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. And so far, I don't see any plot holes that needed to be filled, or some questions that needed to be answered, or some potential plot points that could have been delved deep into. For now, I can't see it, but I'm thinking... For now, I can't say much because the other 2 plot points that I wanted to, you know, dive deeper into may happen on their route. Maybe like dive into like Iris's background, or going to somehow Vela's home world. I don't know. Maybe those 2 will be left to their respective routes, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, let's continue. Luna and I compiled a list of creative and atypical date activities that we thought sounded fun, and a roleplay scenario where we meet as strangers is what we decided to try first. I'm supposed to meet her at a local bar soon, so I better hurry up. After I finish getting ready, I grab my things and then head off the ship. Yeah, I also said things inconsistent to the text, so yeah, it's also hypocritical of me to judge the lines with the text all the time. The bar is located in a nearby strip mall with a few other restaurants and stores. A hotel is right next door to accommodate any overnight travelers. When I enter the bar, there are a decent number of patrons either engaged in conversations or enjoying the music. There's a warm and down-to-earth atmosphere to the place. I immediately spot Luna seated at the bar, nursing a drink. She hasn't seen me yet. Part of this game is to come up with a new persona, so I take this moment to think of my backstory. What should I go with this time? I feel like every single route has their own options. I feel like we can go with all of the I mean, if I want to go with like check out every single option, I have to make either one of the 2 things. One, I make a scum save and then look through every single one. Or 2, for now I'll just go with one option and then I'll do the scum save option in the next run onwards. So basically there will be at least a 4th run if I decided to do so. But I don't think either of these will further affect the storyline at this point anymore. any more than the third run would be basically trying to find CGs or look for like potential bad endings. I just want to check those out, but for now I would like this option. This sounds the best one by far. Yeah, this one kind of appeals to me. I smooth out my clothing and adopt an air of urgency and importance. Then I confidently approach Luna. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me. What I have to say to you is a matter of utmost importance. She nods, waiting for me to continue. As you know, my team and I have been approaching the best of the best in hopes of creating a legion of superheroes, and we want you to join us in our fight against intergalactic dangers. Luna gasps, feigning surprise.
I work hard to keep my identity a secret. How did you find out about my power?
We have eyes and ears everywhere. There is no information we cannot find. She raises a brow.
Then I suppose you already know the dangers of my power? How I can make people sneeze on demand?
I blink, temporarily thrown off by Luna's choice. She smiles, noticing my surprise, so I quickly mask it. Indeed, it's a powerful force that, when combined with the right timing, can turn a normal sneeze into something deadly. A tickle in my nose triggers an involuntary sneeze at just the right time. I stare at Luna. Is her power real? Luna looks just as surprised and temporarily breaks character.
Oh my! That was perfect acting on your part.
No, that was a real sneeze. I wasn't acting.
Well, it was certainly a well-timed coincidence.
Yeah. We look at each other. Before we remember, we've still got our roles to play. Luna clears her throat.
Your proposal is intriguing, but if I'm to join your team, then I need to know who I'll be in business with. So, tell me, what is your power?
I can make anything rise. Yeah, definitely this option. I grin and wiggle my eyebrows. My power is I can make anything rise. Luna holds back a smirk.
Is that so? I will need a demonstration of that to believe it.
Of course, just give me a little bit. It takes a second to get going. I stare at exaggerately at Luna's chest. She can't hold back her laughter anymore and giggles. We comfortably settle out of character now. The power of sneezing is an interesting choice for a superpower. Luna smiles.
I thought it would be fun. I really liked your power choice too.
Thanks. I think we've had enough characters for now. Let's go to step 2 of this role-playing adventure. What do you say we continue the fun somewhere a little more private? She smiles.
Actually, I have to get back to my boyfriend.
She winks. He sounds like a... Well, either one's fine at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the default. I grin. Luna just can't help herself from teasing. Well, if I wasn't able to win your heart from him, then he must be quite the catch.
He's got his moments.
She winks. So, should we? Luna giggles and links her arm in mine.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Arm in arm, we head out of the bar and cross over to the nearby hotel, which I noticed is not a typical establishment. They have special themed rooms for booking. Now I know for certain that Luna's choice in venue was. Now I know for certain that Luna's choice in venue was strategic. Yeah, I have no idea how to make that tone sound right. The hotel lobby is bright with glittering chandelier lights. There's a young man working the desk, and at our request, he offers her the tablet, showcasing the catalog of available rooms. Luna flips through.
This room is called Rose Petal Love.
She slides to the next page.
This is Candyland.
Under the slide,
Oh, this one is a dungeon theme.
she slides again, looks at the screen for a second, then quickly skips past that page.
And this last one is a classroom.
I am curious about the skip. Hold on. You skipped the page.
Yes. Trust me, we do not want that room.
My curiosity is piqued as I try to imagine what kind of room is too much for even Luna. Why? What is it? Luna holds out the tablet, and I take a glance. Under the sea. What's wrong with that?
There's a big glass aquarium in there, just full of fish.
She says fish like it's a swear word. I blink. You don't like fish? Her eyes narrow.
You can't trust them with their tiny, beady little eyes always staring and judging you. And the way they keep waving their fins around like they're always trying to get your attention just so they can blow bubbles and curse you with their blubs.
I stare at Luna. I had no idea you felt so strongly about this.
Now you know, so let's not speak of it again.
I nod. Luna turns to me.
Was there a room that stood out to you to complete our night of fun?
I don't know if I want to be an asshole or not, but the first three seems generic. I mean, the first three I don't know, it feels a bit generic. Classroom is, you know what's gonna happen. I mean, classrooms is what you might expect's gonna happen, but the first three, although you don't know for me, I don't exactly know what's gonna happen, but it feels the way they named it sounds so generic. Like, I don't feel any. I know it's probably a love moment or a romantic moment, but yeah, the classroom could have been like a bit of a gag. Yeah, in other words, I feel like the last one appeals to me in a way. The first three, or the third one could, yeah, the first two sounds, I want to say similar in a sense, but obviously they're different rooms, but classroom. Yeah, we'll probably go a fourth run with each of the girls, or at least a fourth run to look for CGs. At least look for CGs. That's the thing. The classroom seems very fitting for our role-playing theme tonight. Your marks have been slipping, Luna. I've got some ideas on how to bring your grades up. I smirk, and she gives me a playful look.
Thank you, Professor. I'll do anything to pass.
Luna selects our preferred room, and the staff members set us up with our access codes. Once we're ready, we link up hand in hand to spend some very high quality time together. The fun continues late into the night until we fall asleep beneath the soft sheets. The next morning, we wake up to a notification from Iris. She secured our next mission and would like everyone to meet back for a briefing. Luna and I glance at each other and smile. This break has been fun, but we are even more excited about getting back to work. We quickly get ourselves ready and then head back to the docks where we climb aboard Aetos. The team smiles as we enter the lounge hand in hand. Once we're seated, Iris gets started. She gestures to her tablet.
I'm sure you're all curious about our next mission, so let's get right into it.
Iris goes through the details. We've been tasked with picking up surplus supplies and transporting it to the Union. It's all in accordance with their current trade agreement, so it should be fairly straightforward. When Iris is finished, she glances at us.
Any questions?
Nope, it sounds like easy money to me, so I can't complain.
Sounds good to me too. Luna and Vela nod in agreement.
All right, then let's get going.
We disperse to our respective stations. Soon enough, the Aetos is soaring into the sky. Kai and I fall into our natural rhythm, and we fly at a good pace. Since it's quiet, I tell Kai to take his break first, which he happily agrees to do. He grabs himself a crimson ox and heads out of the bridge. I enjoy the tranquility among the stars as I guide the Aetos towards our destination. Without Kai in the cockpit, it's quiet, but I don't feel lonely. Especially since a moment later, someone joins me on the bridge. I crane my neck and spot the flash of pale hair. Hi, Luna. Yeah, I keep mistaking that the spacebar is to progress the text. She strides in and smiles as she takes Kai's empty seat.
Fancy seeing you here.
That's my line. It's rare that I get a surprise visit from the doctor.
Then it's a good thing I'm here as your girlfriend instead.
That's much more of a pleasant visit. I grin and Luna giggles. So, to what do I owe this pleasure? She smiles slyly and shifts in her seat, crossing her legs.
What if you were just on my mind and I wanted to see you?
Then mission accomplished. Luna smiles and I flash her another grin. She leans forward in her seat and her playful demeanor takes on a sharp edge.
Actually, there is more to my visit. I received a strange message on my phone a few minutes ago.
What sort of message are we talking about?
An encrypted and encoded one.
Okay, weird. The animation again. I blink. Huh. That is very protected. Maybe Vela can take a look at it. Luna shakes her head.
I have a feeling I know who sent it. I recognize the style of encoding, although I haven't seen it in years.
Okay, it's probably regarding Luna's... Oh yeah, the I kind of forgot about that plot point. Basically, Luna's former teammates or something. I listen closely.
It must be one of my old team members from Project Amaris.
Yep. I freeze and slowly turn to face her. Luna's eyes are clear and her expression is serious. You mean the others might have survived?
I can't say for certain, but this message does indicate as much.
Luna is practical. She is trying to remain cautious, but I hear the hope fluttering in her voice. I feel more obligated to pick the first one because it might extend the plot. If I choose the second one, the second one probably means that it's like we might skip the subplot. This case I want to pick the first one. I can tell she's eager to look for them, and I think that's the right thing for her to do. If there's a chance your teammates are alive, wait, what? If there's a chance your teammates are alive, you have to go to them, especially after they've gone through the effort of finding you. Luna smiles.
Those are my thoughts too. If there's even a chance that my team is out there, then I need to go to them.
I understand.
But it's also possible that I may not find what I'm looking for.
I nod. Luna is hoping for the best, but she's also prepared for the worst. She meets my eyes and holds my gaze.
How do you feel about joining me on a potential adventure?
I'd say sign me up. She smiles.
I was hoping you'd feel that way.
When are you thinking of going?
Once we complete the mission. Although, I still need to discuss it with Iris first.
That's fair. Just keep me updated and I'll be ready. Luna nods and pushes herself to her feet. She gives me a peck on the cheek before she exits the bridge. Now that I know of Luna's plans, I'm even more determined to reach our destination. I refocus on flying and continue to track our course. So, I guess the story is not gonna end anytime soon, so we can take our time. Or rather, we can basically continue on. I'm still focused even after Kai returns from his break. Yeah, the reason. Now that we're not that much of a hurry to quickly end it. Oh yeah, we're already like. I thought this would, if this was ending anytime soon, I thought it would be end much sooner. Turns out 45 minutes has already passed. When we are near our destination, I receive an update from Luna. Iris approved the plan and I have the coordinates for the meeting place. I send her a thumbs up to acknowledge the message and impatiently continue the rest of the flight. After what feels like an eternity, we arrive. I hustle out of the bridge and help my team unload the cargo. Everything is in order and the drop-off only takes a few minutes. Once Iris confirms the payment, Luna and I dip out of the ship and contract a shuttle to the meeting place. It's a short ride to the nearby planet. It makes sense that we stayed within the Union since that is where Luna and her former team are from. We follow the coordinates through the outskirts of town until we reach what looks like an abandoned warehouse. Not again, like among all the abandoned stuff, one is the base for Rook, another is a base that kidnapped us, and the third one is here. Under the dark of night, the emptiness is eerie. The weathered building has seen better days, but the heavy door and windows are still sturdy. Luna and I glance at each other, pausing in front of the entrance. Then with a shrug, she knocks, the sound echoing in the silence around us. Oh, that kind of scared me. A moment later, the door is flung open and a towering man greets us. He has Luna's same snow-white hair and pale blue eyes, and strong muscles ripple beneath his uniform. Although a scarf hides his mouth, it does nothing to cover his broad grin.
Luna!
So her name is Kamar. She recognizes him instantly.
Hi, Kamar.
I always knew you'd survived.
He sweeps her into a crushing hug, which catches Luna off guard.
Oh my! Since when do you hug?
He laughs, quickly letting her go.
It's a long story. Come in, come in.
I never knew that the teammates would like have a bond. I was expecting them to have like robotic interactions. It turns out they were more animated than I thought. I guess even if you stay together long enough, I guess you would form bonds regardless whether you should or shouldn't exist to the outside world. Have I read this yet? He steps aside and notices me for the first time.
Oh, hello. Sorry, where are my manners? I'm Kamar.
Javelin, it's nice to meet you.
And same to you.
He nods to me and then raises a brow at Luna.
You brought backup?
I wasn't certain what I'd be walking into.
She smiles sweetly and Kamar grins.
You always were the smart one.
We were all the smart one.
Luna grins, her eyes glittering playfully, which encourages a chuckle from Kamar.
Come, follow me.
He starts down the empty corridor with Luna following close behind. I take up the rear and can't help noticing the uncanny similarities between the two of them. Not only do they look similar, but their mannerisms are the same too, even down to the way they walk. Well, I guess they were genetically modified humans, so it kind of makes sense. It must be a remnant of their training. Their I can't say that word. Their individuality would have been stamped out if they were trained to be identical weapons. These people are probably the closest thing to siblings that Luna has. No wonder she's so protective of them. The corridor splits us into an open room where a woman pores over plans at a table. She also shares the same white hair as Luna and Kamar, and when she looks up, I see the same pale blue eyes. Unlike Luna, there is no trace of softness in this woman's face.
Suki!
Luna is smiling broadly, clearly relieved to see another of her teammates. Suki's expression remains a stern glance.
Luna.
Ooh. You look good for an NPC. Or a side character. She nods curtly.
So you did survive. I'm glad.
Aww, were you worried about me?
Luna's question is teasing, but Suki's eyes darken.
Worrying makes you emotionally compromised. I thought you'd remembered that from our training.
Whoa, this girl is intense. I sneak a glance at Luna and catch a pained look flit across her face. It's so quick, I nearly miss it. Her voice is soft now.
I didn't forget.
I wonder if this is what Luna was like before she met her mentor. I place a hand on her arm to remind her of my support, and she smiles appreciatively.
Who's that?
Suki points to me but looks accusingly at Luna. Oh, what? Sorry. Suki points to me but looks accusingly at Luna. I'm Javelin. Default answer, the second one always. Luna and I are together, so I have a very vested interest in her safety.
I see.
Her tone is flat. I can't tell if she's sharing that. I can't tell if sharing that detail helped or hindered me.
I trust him.
For a moment, Suki looks as if she's going to protest, but she looks sharply at Kamar instead. I guess he was supposed to be screening the entry.
Luna trusts him, so I trust him.
Kamar slides into a seat at the table, so Luna and I do the same.
Will anyone else be joining us?
The two former operatives share a glance before Suki shakes her head.
You two were the only ones I could track down.
Oh.
Luna falls quiet, but she doesn't let her disappointment lingers.
How did you find us anyway?
You weren't exactly covering your tracks, Dr. Saren.
Oh yeah, I literally forgot her last name. Luna grins.
If I did, then how would you ever find me?
Suki merely stares, so Luna turns to Kamar.
What about you, Kamar?
I was studying at the University of Central Star when Suki reached out to me.
I blinked. That's a very prestigious university in Central Polaris. You live in Polaris? He nods.
Is that where you went after the burn notice?
He nods again.
I figured the organization had a lot of power and reach within the Union, so to stay hidden, I had to get out of there. I stowed away on a Polaris transport vehicle, but I realized pretty quickly that I'd need food and water. I could try to wait it out while remaining hidden on the ship, but I didn't know how long the journey would take. I came up with a new plan. I tore up my clothes and made myself look like a victim, so that when I was found on board, I'd look like a scared and helpless child. My plan worked, and when we docked, I was put into the foster system where I lived in a group home.
I hope they treated you well there.
They treated me well enough. I kept my head down and focused on my lessons, which I discovered I actually enjoyed. I got a scholarship to the University of Central Star, and I've been there ever since. I've already completed my undergraduate degree, and now I'm working on my postgrad.
Luna grins.
That's how I felt when I discovered medicine. I had no idea lessons were meant to be fun.
When Luna glances at the other girl, her brows wrinkle together and her smile slips into a concerned frown.
What about you, Suki? What did you do after the incident?
Like you two, I ran. I ended up hiding on a remote planet on the outskirts of the Union. When it was clear that nobody was looking for me, I went searching for the ones who called the burn notice. I needed answers, and I was going to find some.
So apparently each of the characters, so yeah, let me make a quick comment. I feel, so after our initial investigation is over, each of the girls' route will have their own subplot their own story to conclude. So since we're on Luna's route, but I'm not sure whether if we go to the platonic, I wonder if we go platonic with either of the girls, will we still get this story, or will we get the subplot? Yeah, in this case, since we're on Luna's subplot, we're just gonna dive really deep into her story arc then. Yeah, I'm guessing once you finish your initial investigation, you'll get your own story with each of the girls. So I'm guessing with Vela, we'll probably have a chance to go to Corvus or something, or like get into a similar situation as a home planet or something. While Iris, we probably can go to the academy or something, like maybe go through some of the I don't know, but basically a plot that is somehow related to their past, right? So yeah, sorry. Let us continue. Strength and determination emanates off of her. When Suki wants something, she gets it.
I started with the only names I knew. I tracked down our supervisors and our trainers and extracted who was in the next chain of command.
The more she talks, the more concerned Luna looks.
And when you say extracted info from them, what exactly do you mean?
Suki fixes Luna with another piercing stare.
You know exactly what I mean.
Basically not good.
I was afraid you'd say that.
By Luna's uneasy look, I'm guessing they had learned some very questionable methods of extracting information, and Suki just confirmed putting it into practice. I glance at Kamar, who's sitting quietly. He doesn't look surprised, so I assume he's heard this story already. How far up the chain did you have to go? Suki seems almost pleased by my question.
All the way to the top. I confirmed that the council who started Project Amaris were the same people who gave the burn notice.
They did a good job hiding that information. Too bad for them that Suki's a better detective.
Yeah, I know this Kamar doesn't have this hair sticking out. But Suki has it. Only Kamar doesn't.
That's actually the reason I've reached out to you all.
She looks Luna in the eye.
I got a name.
Luna sucks in the breath.
You found the council?
Only one member so far.
Her face contorts into disgust.
He's living like a king on an unregistered free world, surrounded by yes-men and wealth.
That sounds familiar. I think back on my time on Aksari. How many more unregistered free worlds are hidden among us?
He has surrounded himself with the highest security he can buy, but otherwise he's become complacent. He thinks he's safely hidden and no one will find him.
But on another hand, among us. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Suki leans forward, conviction sparking in her eyes.
It's the perfect time for us to strike and secure the identities of the rest of the council.
Kamar nods. Both of their gazes land on Luna. When she doesn't immediately agree, Suki frowns.
Justice must be served.
We have to do this, Luna. We need to ensure these people are stopped so no one else has to go through what we went through.
What makes you so certain they'll start again?
You know they will, sooner or later. That's why we have to show them the consequences of their actions.
We need you, Luna. With your added expertise, we can increase our chance of success.
I understand where you're coming from, but are you certain this is the right course of action?
Yes.
Suki doesn't hesitate.
I've had a long time to consider what I would do to those who burned us. And now the chance is right at our fingertips.
It's for the greater good.
Luna is quiet again. Then she pushes herself to her feet.
You may be certain, but I need some time to think this through.
Of course. Take whatever time you need.
Suki nods. Luna turns on a heel and heads for the exit. My chair scrapes across the floor as I jump to my feet, and I follow Luna out of the room. She heads through the corridor and finally pauses in the first room we originally entered. Then Luna heaves a heavy sigh. That was a lot of information to take in at once. She nods.
It certainly was.
How are you feeling after all of that?
I keep cycling through relief, happiness, anxiety, and frustration.
That's a pretty full spectrum.
It's a confusing combination, just like this entire situation. I never thought I'd see Kamar and Suki again, and I'm so happy to be reunited with them. But I wish it were under better circumstances.
Do you agree with that plan?
I understand their need for justice, as I've thought about doing the same thing. But I also know that holding on to the past doesn't do any good.
She smiles softly.
What if the best way for me to help them is by encouraging them to move on instead of chasing vengeance? On the other hand, if justice is what they need to move on, then I shouldn't get in the way of their healing.
That's a tough situation to be in. There are pros and cons to either decision, and I understand that Luna is in an impossible situation. I am not sure. I feel like the second one is like skipping telling me that we are skipping the subplot. Yeah, if I miss some CGs, maybe... Okay, here's the plan. If I do miss out on CGs, well, it's kind of obvious that I have to go through each of their routes again, right? To basically choose like the options that I haven't choose before. So I'm guessing in this case I want to pick the first one. So I'm pretty sure there is a CG that I haven't seen with Luna, because yeah, with some CGs I've seen some CGs that I haven't gotten it yet, so it's either one of the two things. I probably A, missed them, or B, it haven't appeared just yet. So the one that I'm thinking that haven't appeared, the one that I haven't gotten is, I'm thinking that I haven't got it yet. So I'm gonna pick the first option. I understand Suki and Kamar's point of view. They won't give up until justice is served.
Those are my thoughts as well.
Luna seems contemplative. Wait, or is there a really easy way to say it? Contemplative or something. I'm not sure how to exactly pronounce it as in a sentence, but let's continue anyway. Knowing her, she's thinking about how she can best support her friends, especially if they aren't going to give up this mission. And if you were to join them, you could keep them safe.
That is also what I was thinking.
She grins.
Are you sure you aren't a mind reader?
Not that I know of.
If I join them, though, I may be gone for a while.
I think I know where she's going with this. Which means you'll have to leave the crew. She nods.
It won't be immediate. There's a lot we'll have to prepare beforehand. But certainly once the plan is in motion, I'll be gone for as long as it takes.
My chest tightens. While I want Luna to support her friends however she can, I don't like the thought of being apart from her for so long. Based on Luna's worried expression, I think she's about to say something I'd rather not hear. Her gaze searches for my own.
I know it's unfair of me to ask this of you.
I hold my breath as I steel myself for the worst.
But would you join me?
Say what now? I blink in surprise.
I've seen you on the field, and I know what you can do. And you have a broad range of mission experience, which would also be invaluable.
After everything I've learned about Project Amaris, I believe that justice should be served, and I want to support everyone in this cause. Yes, of course I will. She smiles, her eyes sparkling.
I'm so happy to hear that. Plus, Now we won't have to be apart, which is a very nice bonus.
I match her grin. Agreed. Her smile brightens.
I better tell everyone the good news.
Is that a good news though? With Luna's mind made up, she turns back towards the corridor, and I follow her into the hall. We step back into the room. Suki and Kamar are still sitting at the table, speaking softly. They pause when we enter, watching as we return to our seats.
Did you come to a decision?
Luna nods.
I've decided to join you.
Suki nods, the only indication that she approves, while Kamar breaks into a broad grin.
I knew I could count on you.
Of course we would. She is our leader after all.
Oh, she's the I thought you were the leader. You look more of a leader. Okay. I glance at Luna, blinking in surprise. You never mentioned that you were the leader of this group.
I suppose it never really came up before.
No wonder they were so determined to convince you.
So, what's the next step then?
Luna grins good-naturedly.
Just like old times, we make a plan, and it must be ironclad.
Suki and Kamar nod.
And to do that, I'm turning our 3-man group into a 4-man operation.
I feel both of their gazes slide onto me. Suki frowns.
I get that you two are close, but are you sure that's wise?
Even Kamar eyes me uncertainly.
He hasn't gone through our training.
No, but he's a former IAP operative.
His eyebrows shoot up, and when he glances at me again, it's with renewed interest. He nods.
Not bad, but he's still not quite built like us. Literally.
True, but his varied experience means he has particular skills which will be beneficial for this mission.
While that may be, he'll still need more training if he's going to sync up to our level.
Default the second option. Yeah, I don't want to be mean for... Yeah, I'm just gonna go with default, although it's basically like sounding like an ass to Suki, but she's a side character, so it's okay, right? Didn't you say Luna was your leader? Are you questioning her judgment? Suki crosses her arms.
No, I'm questioning your abilities.
I may not be a super soldier, but I have been in more undercover operations that I can count. If stealth and espionage are the main objectives, then the fact that I don't stand out is actually something unique that I bring to the table. Suki holds my gaze and I stare right back. Then her lips crack into the smallest smile.
A reasonable justification?
That's probably as close to a compliment as I'll ever get. Luna glances at me, her eyes shining proudly. She knew I'd be able to convince the team, and she's pleased that she was correct.
He'll be trained up before we go, but that goes for all of us. We all need to be in top form if we want to guarantee success.
Once again, the team nods.
There's still a lot we need to prepare, and we aren't going until we've looked at every angle and calculated every scenario. It will take weeks of planning, if not months. If we do this, we do it right.
We're with you, Luna. Just like old times.
His grin is wry.
Just like old times.
Hold on, let me check for something. Luna smiles softly.
Okay, that's enough catching up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, imagine we took a leave of absence, literally like 4 to 5. Well, if it's weeks, even if it's weeks, I wonder what the Aetos would be doing. Would Iris find like another doctor and a pilot at the same time, or will she wait for us? But I think since we're this deep into the story, I feel like the crew would basically wait for us to come back. So Maybe they took on some like easier side jobs that require at least 1 or 2 people to do so, which won't require the Aetos or something. Luna outlines all that we need to prepare and delegates assignments to the group. My focus is on training with Luna, which doesn't seem so bad a task, all things considered. Kamar claps me on the back.
You're one of us now. So, let me officially say, welcome to the team.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
It'll be a lot of training, but you're in good hands with Luna.
Luna grins at me.
Don't think I'll go easy on you either.
I wouldn't dream of it. We chat through a few more details to make sure we're on the same page. The tensions have fully eased now that I'm officially a part of the team, and we all feel more comfortable around each other. Our next steps are clear. Luna and I depart from the team with a promise to reconvene in our next check-in. What does this mean? The Aetos or the two that we just met? I'm thinking that I feel like this means the Aetos crew, right? Oh wait, we go back to we are talking about the other 2 super soldiers. Oh, so I think we are going back to the Aetos to inform Iris that we'll be taking like months of leave so they can find new people, I suppose. I follow Luna out of the building and we hop onto another shuttle which will take us back to our ship. Although this endeavor was not what any of us expected, I am hopeful that it will all turn out for the best. Regardless of why she was summoned, Luna is happy to have seen her friends again and know that she isn't alone. I know she'll do whatever she can to protect them. As if sensing my thoughts, Luna glances at me and smiles. She threads her fingers into my hand, and we stay this way for the rest of the flight. And okay. Eventually, the shuttle lands at the docks and we return to the ship. We enter the cargo bay, head up the stairs, and pause in the quarters. Luna turns to me.
Thank you again for standing by me.
Always. She smiles.
Well, that was an interesting break. I need a long shower, and then I'll be ready to get back to work.
That sounds like a good plan. I should get a head start on that training.
Getting yourself ready for me? I look forward to seeing all that you've got.
She winks. Yeah, especially we did all those activities back at the hotel. Anyway, after one last goodbye, we split and go our separate ways. I head back to my room and unpack. Once everything is put away, I search for my training bag. Since everyone else is getting back to work, I should be productive too. Grabbing my gear, I head to the VR room and set it up for a training session. I go through my usual conditioning exercises until I am fully warmed up. And then I run through a few different training scenarios. I wonder how... Okay, we can still continue. I practice until my muscles burn and only stop once I feel the fatigue set in. That should be enough for one day. I clean up, take a quick shower, and then return to my room. It's already quite late, so I finish up some final errands and turn in for the night. Technically we are ending the day, but if we do continue, I'm worried that the next day onwards would be really long. But we can also make this another long episode as well. The next day, I wake up and go through my morning ritual. The calm crackles with an announcement from Iris to meet in the lounge. She must have secured our next mission. Once I'm ready, I pop over to the lounge. Iris smiles at me in greeting as everyone else trickles in. Once we're comfortable, she gets started.
I hope you've all enjoyed the break.
Always, but I'm ready to get back to work.
Luna and Bela both nod and Iris smiles.
That's good to hear, because I've got our next mission right here.
Oh, I thought we were like gonna leave the Aetos for like a few months with the way Luna was saying. But I'm guessing we will still keep to our usual schedule until the day of the mission arrives. She waves a tablet and we lean in while she goes over the details. It's a standard transport job that will take us back to Central, which was just fine with me. Central means big payments, and I'm all about a big payday.
Any questions?
I have just one.
Iris glances at Luna and nods.
Go ahead.
When are we going to have our girls' day out shopping extravaganza?
Say what? Yeah, I blink. They're what now? Luna smiles innocently at Iris' surprised face. Vela immediately perks up.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking about doing that for a while now.
Wouldn't Central, with such an abundance of stores, be the perfect place for it?
Vela nods enthusiastically.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Both girls glance at Iris.
Well, if you both feel it's a good time for it.
Does that mean girls' day out is a go?
Oh yeah, now that I know this, their last name is always here, but it was so... It's not that I forgot, it's more like they... Back where Suki mentioned... Was it Suki? Yeah. Back when Suki mentioned Dr. Saren, yeah, it was so... Like, I'm so unused to hearing most of everyone's last name. That's probably the reason, right? I think so. Iris nods. She smiles at both Luna and Vela. She smiles both and... Wait, what? She smiles as both Luna and Vela cheer. Ah, I see.
Yes, this'll be so much fun.
Kai has been watching silently until now. He suddenly sits up.
Whoa, hold on. This sounds promising. How about inviting your best buddy Kai to join in?
He flashes the girls his winning smile, but none of them are fazed.
Nope. This is our ladies' bonding time. Girls only.
Aww.
Well, you can bond with me. Oh wait, that kind of sounded weird, but... This option! How about your favorite pilot? Can I join?
Sorry, but this time it's only for the girls.
Her smile turns teasing.
But don't worry, I'll be sure to make it up to you with some private girl time later.
Not in front of the team, but oh, you know what? Do. Let them know. Deal. She winks. Iris refocuses on the group.
Now that our post-mission is planned, are there any questions about the mission itself?
Silence. It all seems straightforward.
Then let's get going.
As we head out, the girls continue to chat about their shopping plans. I hope they enjoy themselves. Since we are headed to Central, I should give Celeste a heads up that I'll be back in case she's busy with classes. I'll text her after we are already in flight. We all head to our stations and get prepared for takeoff. Soon enough, I'm directing the Aetos back into the stars. Once we are flying steady, I message Celeste. Hey, I'll be back in Central soon. You up for a visit? A few minutes later, my phone dings with a notification. Always. Cool, I'll stop by the hospital when I'm done with the mission. Or we can hang out somewhere else. I don't want to be in my room all day. She makes a good point. Now that she can travel in and out of the hospital, there's no reason we have to stay cooped up inside. I type back. Okay, where do you want to go? How about Aetos? I've been curious to see it. Sure, if you want. Yeah, Okie dokie, I'll let you know when we're done. She sends a thumbs up in response. With the conversation over, I put my phone away. I'm looking forward to having her on the ship. It'll be a nice change of pace from our usual hospital visits. So yeah, and this is probably when Kai would first meet with our sister. But I'm guessing Kai is going to I feel like Kai will be like focusing on rekindling his relationship with Evelina, so well, I'm thinking Kai would still be Kai and try to say stupid shit to my sister, but I think the most likely scenario is Kai would be more reserved now that he kinda wants to get back together with Evelina. Not that I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels like an implication, if anything. The rest of the flight continues without incident, and it's not long before we arrive at the docks. Iris heads off the ship to liaise with the client, and I help Kai unload the cargo. Afterwards, we stay back to refuel the ship while the girls bring the cargo to the client. The sooner we're done, the sooner I can see my sister. Luckily, everything is going smoothly with the client, and we have some free time for ourselves. While the team gets ready to stretch their legs off ship, I text Celeste and I'm on my way, and she acknowledges with a response. As I head out, I wave to the girls, who wave back, then I head towards the hospital. Per usual, it's just a short transport ride from the docks. When I arrive, Celeste waits for me outside. She bounces on her toes and waves her hands wildly when she spots me.
Hi, big bro. You made it.
Always call her celery. My favorite vegetable. Wait, what is that vegetable? Yeah, I don't know. I personally don't like eating vegetables that much. So yeah, I don't think I have ate celery. Well, of course, I wouldn't miss my much needed dose of celery. To my surprise, Celeste doesn't sigh.
I missed you too.
I raise a brow. Nothing to say about your nickname?
You've been calling me that nonstop for 18 years now. So I'll just accept that I'm celery.
Okay. She looks calm, like she's found enlightenment. I grin. Oh good, I can finally stop calling you that ridiculous nickname now. Her eyes bulge wide.
Wait, what? Seriously? Is that all I had to do this whole time?
I'm not experiencing my own enlightenment, and Celeste shakes her head.
Sometimes you really are too much.
I'm sorry for being an asshole, Celeste. I grin again. You ready to get going? She nods and pats her bag.
Yup, I came prepared. This is my first visit to Aetos, and I don't want to waste any more time. So let's go!
She pulls off my arm and directs me back to the transport station. Laughing, I quickly catch up. We casually chat on our way there, though Celeste fidgets impatiently. She's heard so much about the ship, and I know she's as excited to see it firsthand. Finally, we arrive at the docks, and I lead her straight to the Aetos. We pause outside while Celeste stares, gawking at the size.
Oh my gosh! It's huge!
And this is the first time we've seen this part for like during the daytime. The first time was during the nighttime, I suppose, back in the very first episode where we first joined the Aetos. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna pick. She set it up so perfectly, I cannot resist. That's what
She said!
I blink. Hey, that was my joke. She giggles.
You're too predictable.
I love Celeste. She got me. Ready to go inside?
Of course!
I lead Celeste onto the ship and give her a full tour. We start in the cargo bay, and Celeste marvels at the open space. It's pretty spacious, especially when it's just being emptied of cargo. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, of course it's spacious. So yeah, if we are on a mission, it would be really cramped, right? We make our way upstairs and I briefly show her the VR room, the living areas, and our quarters. I open the door to my room and Celeste eagerly pops her head in. She looks around before fully stepping inside.
Whoa, this is super weird.
What do you mean?
I feel like I've been in here already, because it's where you take all your calls.
Oh yeah, I get the most privacy in my room. She nods.
Even though I've seen it like a million times already, being in here feels surreal.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
In that case, I'm glad you like it. She giggles. I give her some space to look around and she excitedly points out the little things she recognizes from our calls. When she's done, we continue the tour. I save the best for last. Celeste is nearly vibrating with excitement.
Don't tell me. Is it the bridge?
Surprisingly, none of our crewmates are on board when Celeste visits. I thought they could have said hi. Oh wait, or unless they are still on their shopping trip. Because I thought they haven't gone, or should have came back, but apparently they're still out. But I was expecting at least Kai to meet our sister. Yeah, because part of me like feels this part is empty yet. Because although Kai did have some mischance to meet up with our sister, I think it's also a really good plot to at least let them meet and see what happens. Well, it's more of a curiosity on my part, to be honest. You'll find out in a second. You'll find out in a second. You'll find out in a second. Okay, I don't know how should I say that. I lead her into the cockpit and she squeals.
I can't believe I'm actually here.
She points to the maps.
Is this where you guys have your super official briefings?
Something like that.
So cool.
Well, we had our briefings in the lounge, but she then runs to the controls.
And is this your pilot seat?
Yep. Do you want to try it out? Her eyes grow into saucers.
Can I?
Sure. Gingerly, she sits down and wiggles around the seat. What do you think?
It feels very official.
You really like that word today.
It's true though. Even though I've seen everything through the screen, it just feels so official seeing it in person.
Well, I'm glad to have you officially on board.
Me too.
She's fascinated by the complex controls and continues to inspect the bridge until she's satisfied. With the tour over, we head back to the common areas. I lead her to the couch where we both get settled. How are you feeling now? Do you want a drink or a snack?
A snack would be nice. I can see just what sort of meals a mercenary eats.
You'll be sorely disappointed because it's nothing special. Unless Kai's been cooking. Let me take a look at what we've got. Stay right here and I'll be right back. She nods and I leave Celeste on the couch while I hop over to the kitchen. As I'm rummaging through the fridge, I suddenly hear Celeste speak.
Hello?
A pause before her voice turns sugary sweet.
No, I'm not busy. What's up?
My eyes narrow. I slow my movements so I can hear her better.
I'm free. I mean, yeah. I think I'm free then.
Another pause.
Oh my gosh, that's literally no problem. In fact, I'm happy you asked. Okay, cool. I'll see you then. Definitely. Yeah, I'm excited too. Okay. Bye then.
She giggles.
No, you hang up first.
Another giggle.
No, you. Alright, let's do it together.
I don't hear anything more, so she must have ended the call. I quickly put together a snack plate and bring it into the lounge. Celeste smiles and grabs a cracker.
Thanks, big bro. This looks great.
You're welcome. It's literally no problem. Yeah, I think we just parroted what she said. She nearly chokes on the cracker.
What?
I grin. I wonder who you were just talking to. She clears her throat trying to play it cool.
Oh, that was just a friend from school.
I know what just a friend really means. Yeah, default the second option. I grin. Just a friend, huh? I remember what that used to mean. I wiggle my eyebrows, Celeste's face burns bright red.
What do you mean? We really are just friends.
Oh, I didn't realize you giggle at your friends' jokes and tell them, "No, you hang up." Her blush darkens until her cheeks are crimson.
You're just imagining things.
I chuckle. So, tell me about this new friend of yours. Wait, I think it's a question. So, tell me about this new friend of yours. Her eyes light up.
He's in my music theory class. He's super smart and has been helping me a lot for the class.
That's nice of him. She nods.
We have a lot in common, so we hang out in between classes too. He usually ends up walking me to classes because we have so much fun talking we just don't want to stop. And he'll offer to carry my bag because I get tired sometimes, which is so helpful. And he's just generally so nice. Plus he's got a really cute smile that shows his dimple in his cheek and makes his blue eyes look even bluer.
Oh boy, Celeste is crushing hard. Those are some very specific details for just a friend. Celeste blinks. Slowly a soft blush crawls up her cheeks and she looks sheepish.
Okay. Maybe it's a friendship which I hope can become more.
She groans.
But there's no way that's ever going to happen because I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, what do I even say or do? I've never been in this situation before.
I feel like this sounds so wrong, but I still have to choose it because it's a default second option. Guys are very visual people, so you should wear something attention-grabbing, like a crop top and a mini skirt. Celeste recoils, wrinkling her nose.
First of all, you're a creep. And secondly, you're an even bigger creep because you're saying this to your sister.
Yeah, I knew this wouldn't end well, but I still have to choose it. Hey, those were just some clothing options. You could wear something fitted wait, what? You could wear something fitted instead if you don't like my suggestions. She eyes me.
I guess that advice is slightly better, but just barely.
I think she's feeling more confident now.
You've given me something to think about. I won't see him until I'm in class again anyway, so I've got some time to figure out what I want to do next.
Does that mean you'll see him next week? She shakes her head.
Sooner than that. I actually go to class in person 3 times a week now.
Hold on, let me look at... Okay, never mind. Whoa, seriously? That's a big change. I'm glad things are continuing to improve.
It's actually been really fun. I like my professors a lot, and my classmates are all really nice too.
I bet. She blushes.
I still have to go back to the hospital after hours, but everyone's been understanding, and my friends have been planning earlier study groups to accommodate me.
That's awesome. I hope things keep up.
Thanks.
Now, these snacks won't eat themselves. Celeste giggles before grabbing a cheesesteak. We talk a little more about her classes, then I feel her in on my own. I feel like in on my adventures. By the time we are all caught up, the snacks have also been devoured. We are in the kitchen cleaning up when we hear voices down the hall. Celeste immediately perks up.
I think I just heard Luna.
Same here. She must be back with the others. Celeste runs towards the door at the same time the girls walk by. When they see each other, the girls all rush in to say hello.
Celeste!
Vela gives her a hug.
I had no idea you were here.
Celeste giggles.
It was all a bit last minute.
It's good to see you out and about.
Luna smiles and offers Celeste a sisterly hug.
Thanks, Luna. I've been able to go out more and more often now.
And with the world now at your fingertips, you chose to come here?
Luna's grin is teasing.
I think she made a great choice.
Iris smiles at Celeste.
I hope you know that you're welcome anytime.
Thanks, Iris. Aetos is such a cool ship.
I glance at all of the shopping bags. It looks like your shopping trip went well. Iris nods and Luna giggles.
Possibly a little too well.
We may have gone a little overboard.
It's okay. It's all stuff that we needed anyway. What did you get?
A bunch of boring stuff, but also something I think you might really enjoy.
Oh really? Is it me or is it her? Oh, it's her. Luna flashes a box from Celeste's favorite bakery. Celeste's eyes widen.
Are those coconut buns?
I was going to drop these off for you, but since you're already here, how about you and I have a little catch up over some coconut buns?
I would love that.
Didn't you just eat? She shoots me a look.
Coconut buns don't count.
She's right about that.
Okay. I know when I've been outmatched. I've got it covered here, so go ahead and have fun, Celeste.
Thanks.
She links arms with Luna, and the two of them head down the hallway. Vela and Iris shortly follow them out so they can put their own bags away too. The kitchen is much quieter as I'm left alone with the remnants of our dishes. Everyone is in good spirits, and I'm once again thankful that my friends and my family get along so well. Feeling positive, I return to my task and finish up the last of our dishes. I join Celeste in the lounge and we continue our chat while we wait for the girls to come back. Eventually I hear voices in the hallway again, and the girls all return. Everyone gets comfortable on the couches.
Will you be staying overnight? We have a spare room if you need it.
Celeste shakes her head.
I wish. A sleepover would be so fun. Aw, that's okay. There is plenty of time to have a sleepover. It's definitely something I'd like to try when I can. Even though I'm able to go out a lot more, I still have my curfew that I need to meet every night.
I wish there's an exception though.
The fact that you're able to have more freedom must mean that your health is improving.
Yeah, so it shouldn't hurt while she stays overnight, right? It's definitely good news. She attends classes in person 3 times a week now. Celeste nods proudly. Oh yeah, I knew Kai was going to appear sooner or later. Yeah, and he will eventually meet our sister. Before she can say anything, and yeah, the way he appears is kind of unexpected for me, though. Before she can say anything, the door slides open with a forceful bang, and Kai sprints into the room, breathless and sweaty. Kai?
Oh, good. Still made it.
He gasps between panting breaths. Did you run here? He nods. Why?
I felt the presence of a new female on the ship, so I came back as fast as I could.
Oh god, you sound like an idiot right now. Celeste's eyes are wide in shock.
Is he psychic?
Kai grins and winks, but Vela breaks the illusion.
No, I texted him that you were visiting.
Kai waves a dismissive hand.
Details, that's not important.
You know she's my sister, right? And she probably has a crush as well.
What is important is this beautiful young lady I see before me.
He easily slides into his charismatic persona without missing a beat. That breathless man is replaced by someone handsome, suave. Is that how you pronounce that word? I kind of forgot. And charming.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting yet.
Kai. He kisses Celeste's hands and flashes her one of his winning smiles. To my horror, Celeste's cheeks darken into a blush and she giggles.
I'm Celeste.
I could have guessed. You are just as cute as everyone says.
She giggles again. this option? It's kinda true. It's kinda true, right? Default again. Yeah, when in doubt, default to the second option. You're too late, Kai. She's already got a boyfriend. Celeste's blush darkens.
No, I don't. I told you he's not my boyfriend.
Kai gestures to Celeste.
The lady insists she doesn't have a boyfriend.
Well, that doesn't mean she's still available.
Aww. Of course, the good ones are always taken.
Hey, you have Evelina, right? If only you are keen to at least go back. Celeste offers him an apologetic smile.
If only we'd met sooner.
Oh no.
At least we're meeting now.
Finally.
My jaw clenches. Luna puts a calming hand on my arm. She turns to Celeste and grins.
Be careful. If you keep this up, you're going to give your brother a heart attack.
Celeste laughs. Yeah, at this point, we are gonna pop a vessel at any time now.
Okay. I'll be good.
Kai sits down in an open chair across from the couch, flashing one final wink. Iris quickly changed the subject.
Your brother mentioned you're going to classes. How is school going?
It's going really well. My teachers are really nice, and my classmates are all so smart. It's amazing being around so many talented people.
Celeste got accepted into Polaris Star Music Celeste... Wait, what? What did I... Celeste got accepted into Polaris Star Music Conservatory.
Whoa, that's super impressive.
You're familiar with the conservatory?
Of course, everyone is.
It's a very elite music program, and the best in Polaris.
Many from the union apply to the conservatory too. I'm glad you're enjoying your studies.
Definitely. I basically get to practice music all day. What's not to love? You should play something for us, if you're comfortable, of course.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear something from a musical genius.
Luna and Iris both nod.
I'm not sure about that.
Nope, trust me, she actually is that good.
Of course. Only the best get into the conservatory.
It really would be wonderful to hear you play, but only if you want to.
I'd love to play for an audience, but I didn't bring a piano with me.
And someone has one, right?
That's okay. You can use the program in the VR room.
Or that.
Really?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Come on. I'll help you get set up. Okay.
Kai can use his psychic powers to help too.
I shall use the full prowess of my telekinesis to make this show a reality.
Ugh.
Well, virtual reality.
Bella rolls her eyes, but Celeste giggles, and the three of them head out. Once they're out of view, Luna turns to me.
Celeste looks much healthier since we last saw her at the beach.
Iris nods.
She has a lot more energy.
Yeah, I've noticed it too. She's a lot more positive, and I think she's finally starting to see a life outside of the hospital walls.
That's great. Hopefully she continues to grow stronger and stronger.
Especially since she has so much to offer.
I nod. Those are my thoughts too. We talk for a few more minutes until Kai lets us know the sim room is ready, and then we follow him there. When we arrive, we step into the sim room and walk into a big concert hall. Bella is already sitting in one of the chairs they set up, and she motions for us to sit with her. The lights are dimmed with a spotlight shining onto Celeste, who is set up in the center of the stage. She sits in front of a keyboard, which is meant to be a grand piano, and patiently waits for us to get settled in. Kai's the last one in. Once he's seated, Vela pushes a button on the console and the lights dim even further, highlighting Celeste. Her hands rest on the keyboard. She draws in a breath, closing her eyes for a second, and then her fingers release the first note. It rings crystal clear before tinkling into a waterfall of chords. I recognize the calming melody from when Celeste first played this piece, but there's a new complexity to it. Her gentle melody line is now encased in deep, rich chords. My spine tingles as the music whips into a frenzied dance of notes, before diving back into its soft and comforting melody. Soon the music ends, the final note echoing it goodbye. The light brightens and nervously Celeste turns to us. Vela is the first to crack the silence with loud applause, but we're all quick to join her. Celeste smiles awkwardly, feeling shy in the spotlight. Vela rushes forward and envelops Celeste into a hug.
That was amazing! Thank you!
It was truly beautiful. So full of depth and emotion. I was completely swept away by the music.
And technically masterful as well. The musicality was very complex.
Kai nods.
If I didn't already believe you were a musical genius, that song would have definitely convinced me.
And of course, you already know how I feel about your music. You're as talented as can be. Or maybe I should do it with a more... You're as talented as can be. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a voice actor, so... Celeste grins from ear to ear.
Did you really like it?
Of course.
Thanks so much for listening. It was such a rush to perform in person.
Well, feel free to come back and perform anytime. I'm always down for a concert.
Me too.
Me three.
Iris nods.
Same here.
Come on, break.
Aw,
She broke the
thank
chain.
you.
Yeah, Iris broke the chain. Could have been. She could have said before. A sudden beeping sounds from Celeste's wrist.
Oh, my curfew is almost up.
We better get back to the hospital then. She nods.
You two should get going. We'll take care of the sim room.
That's okay. We can still help.
Iris shakes her head.
I don't want you to miss your curfew.
Plus, playing such a flawless piece of music for us was hard work. This is the least we can do to say thank you.
If you're sure.
Of course we are. Now go.
Bella ushers the two of us out of the room. I keep the momentum going, and after Celeste gathers her things, I lead her off the ship. We cross the docks and catch the next transport car. Celeste is fidgety while we ride, but I catch her smiling as she gazes out of the window. When we arrive, I walk her to the front doors of the hospital, and she turns to me.
Thanks for such a fun day today. I can see why you all enjoy hanging out on Aetos.
The people there make it special.
Aw, I didn't know you were capable of saying such sweet things.
I smile. By the way, I think I recognize the song that you played today.
Oh?
It's the same one you played for me in your hospital room, except you've upgraded it. Her smile grows and she giggles.
You're right. I didn't think you'd remember. What do you think about this refined version?
Default? This is going to be a breakout piece. I just know it. She giggles.
You're being silly.
Not at all. And since I heard it first and told you to record it, how much am I going to get in royalties?
Well, that answer is obvious. All of it.
I blink. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is teach you the basics of good business practices. She laughs. But seriously, I'm so proud of you, Celeste. Of everything that you're doing.
It's because of you that I was able to get this far. I never dreamed I would ever get to leave that hospital bed, let alone get into the conservatory.
She rushes forward and wraps me in a tight hug.
Thank you for never giving up on me.
That's just what big brothers do. I give her a big squeeze before we pull apart again.
Well, I hope to keep getting better and better.
Good. I can't wait to see what you do. She grins again and gives me another quick hug.
Okay, I better go inside before I actually miss my curfew.
I chuckle. I'll see you again soon. She nods and waves goodbye before rushing into the hospital. I turn around and head back to the transport station. As I ride to the docks, my heart swells. Celeste's glow is finally starting to shine, and I know that when she hits her stride, she will accomplish everything she's ever dreamed of. And of course, I'll be there to support her every step of the way. Finally, I reach the docks and I quickly return to the ship. Everyone has reconvened in the lounge. They greet me when I return.
Did Celeste make it back in time?
I nod. Yep, all good.
It was nice to see her again.
Yeah, it was a fun and exciting surprise.
Hopefully she'll visit again soon.
Everyone nods in agreement.
Speaking of fun and exciting, I've got dinner covered for tomorrow, so keep your evenings free.
That sounds great, Kai.
I look forward to it.
Come to think of it, it's been a while since we seen Beep Boop. I wonder what's up with him now. Yeah, the entire story, unless I think if we're going with Vela's route, I think Beep Boop will come out more often. But yeah, he didn't came out even as much in the main story anymore. And speak of which, the pet app that was on our phone was basically forgotten ever since we first downloaded it. When we met up with Vela for the first few times. Yeah, ever since that pet app is basically I wonder what happened to Sky, dog.
Same, I can't wait.
I'll be there too. Kai grins, rubbing his hands together.
Excellent. Now I better turn in. I need a good night's sleep so I can make the best meal possible.
It's getting late. Perhaps rest would be good for all of us.
Yeah, I am feeling tired. Both Vela and Iris nod. We'll all say our good nights and then we separate, heading to our quarters. I get ready for bed and then slide beneath the covers. Everyone is looking forward to tomorrow's dinner, as am I. I wonder what delicacies Kai will come up with. With thoughts of food on my mind, I soon drift to sleep. And this is a really good time for us to end the episode right here. So earlier today we actually how do I put it? We finished our investigation regarding our dismissal, but I initially thought that the story would just end, but turns out there's more to the story. So we had on another date with Luna basically, and we did some role playing. The whole date is basically role playing in a sense. And after that we receive a mission in between, and Luna received a message. So we head on to an abandoned warehouse where apparently two of her old teammates survived the burn order or whatever that is, and they wanted to enact justice, get revenge or something. So Luna was hesitant at first, but after discussing with us, she finally agreed, and we're also able to join in on the mission as well. So yeah, but before the mission can happen, we need a lot of preparations. So for now, we are just gonna put that on hold to fully prepare of every single possible scenario, and then we get back to our normal lives for now. So after another mission, we end up in Polaris, and we let Celeste know that we are there, and she said she has some time and chose our hangout at the Aetos. And yeah, we had a great time with Celeste aboard the Aetos, as well. It was also Kai's first time meeting her. But yeah, it was not as a big deal as I thought. So that's no huge drama or anything. But yeah, I thought there would be some big brother protective scenes or something. But yeah, it turns out everything went as normal. Everything went more normal than I thought. But anyway, Kai will also cover for dinner tomorrow. So I'm just gonna leave that to the next episode. So for now, thank you guys for watching. And now, I'm not sure whether if I saved it or not. Just save another time just in case. But before I end, I want to check something real quick. I wonder if I can exit to the main menu. Title screen, yes. I want to check something. CG. I want to see whether if we missed anything, but so far, yeah, this CG so badass. Not sure if there's any. Yeah, there's only one page of it. Some of it only has one page. I don't think I've seen this image before. I know I've seen this because I've been choosing the second option all the time. Yeah, Vela. There should be two images, right? One where she's just looking at us with her eyes open. And where, yeah, the reason I'm looking at this is I'm not sure where the monitor was at. Maybe it's a really high-tech monitor, like the one that signals her curfew. Maybe it's this right here. This is her hospital monitor. Couldn't be on the ankle, right? This is more like decorative. This seems much more sense to be the curfew monitor. So yeah, that's the one I want to check it out. And we have the NFT banana. Don't think we have anything we missed out on. I feel like all these are like Celeste's scenes prior to Celeste is the banana. I'm guessing the remaining 6 are Celeste. Since this is the start of Iris, I don't know why they put Luna's really back here. This is probably another one of Iris's CG. Maybe more of Luna here. Maybe this will be part of Vela's CGs up to the end. I don't know. 2 pages per person. But I think Vela has more. If they sort it by character, I have a feeling that Vela has the most CGs. Look at this. Vela has like at least 3 pages. Well, at least 2 pages herself. Luna has a page on her own. Iris has 4, unless they want to put, unless some of it overlap with Iris. I don't know, but I don't know. So, yeah, we only know in the future runs. Obviously, this and this are like CGs from their respective routes. Yeah, basically this is her route. You can see we are sitting right here. Not sure about this though, but yeah. That's it for today's episode. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye bye. And yeah, it's the first time we are almost at 2 hours. So do I want to stop it at 2 hours? Let's wait for like 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2.